So my friend Ricky recently announced he's doing a raffle on his BMW M4, and I called him up. I was like,
Ricky man, before that car gets handed over to the winner, I need to get that car on my channel.
So today's video is about his, I'm sure a lot of you know what it is anyway, but it's his 700 brake horsepower hybrid turbo METH injected BMW M4. Right then, this is well overdue. I actually went with Ricky on the day that he went to buy this car. If you don't know Ricky, by the way, his channel is LLF, Living Life Fast. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And his friends of mine do similar content. His is actually about 20 times better than mine though, so if you want to go watch some proper car content, go over to his channel, all right? So this car, went with him to buy it new. In stock form, looks amazing. I love the look of these cars. I love BMW M3s as well. I talk about that a lot on my channel, and Ricky's kind of really gone to a different league of customization. It's not to a crazy extent, because if it was too much, I'd probably be slating it right now, but it's done to a nice standard. So first thing you're going to notice is obviously the paint. That's done in, I mean, I call it plasti dip, but it's apparently not plasti dip. It's like a posh plasti dip. Ricky gets annoyed when I call it that, but clarity coat, I think. And I've seen the video of the company doing it. There's a video of it all being done on his channel. They've done a bloody brilliant job. And as I sort of walk around the car and I'll open up the door shuts and show you under the bonnet and stuff, you'll see the extent they've gone to. It's really, really nice job. So love that. The wheels and tyres, they really set it off. This is actually the first time I've seen this car since these wheels have been fitted. I think they're from NV Motorsport. They're forged wheels, 19-inch wheels. Obviously the competition pack wheels, like the standard wheels, they're a lovely looking thing. It just seems to sit so nice on these wheels. And what's strange is when Ricky pulled up in this car yesterday, because I've got it for a couple of days, the first thing I said to him was like, Ricky, do you know what, that car looks so much better in person. Like obviously on camera it looks unbelievably good, but it's just like something about the way it sits there. And the lighting's quite bad. Let's go around the other side, but the sun's on it a little bit. Just that sort of corner of the car there just looks so good. So they look like they're not very low profile tyres, but they're actually 285 35 profile tyres, and they look really meaty. It puts the power down surprisingly well, considering it's 700 brake horsepower as well. And yeah, it's just got a nice stance to it. Look at that, man. So the colour's called Bronzo Zenith, apparently inspired by a Lamborghini colour. And if we go inside, I'll just show you how that's all been done there. I'm pointing this out because I'm so impressed with how well it's all been done. Look in there, all the hinges and everything, man. They've gone to town with all of that. Moving on to the interior, customization wise, like it's gone for these Recaro bucket seats. They're actually covered in a seat cover, but it's such a nice seat cover with like a gold stitch, and customized as well with the LLF logo by a company called Seat Skins. I spoke to the guy there, his name's Pete, lovely guy. And the steering wheel is in Alcantara with gold stitching, check that out. So yeah, very nice. They even got the mats, look, check that out. Let's jump under the bonnet, because that's something that the majority of you are going to be the most interested in. Oh, AP Racing brakes as well, just to top it all off. And it's spin lowered, I don't know what suspension it's got, but yeah, I've already talked about it. It looks the part, and it puts the power down brilliantly. So under the bonnet, look at it under the bonnet. It is a bloody work of art. So continue on. Let's just quickly credit this paint company. Like, yeah, look at that. Nice, proper nice job that is. But yeah, big carbon fibre strut brace. That's a standard thing on M3s and M4s. Even Trury intakes, they're similar to the ones that I've got on my M6. And under there somewhere, there's a couple of hybrid turbos by Pure Turbos, which if you look at the sticker on the back window there, Ricky actually travelled to Belgium, stayed out there for about a week with his missus, and they transformed the performance of this car. So under the bonnet, you can see it's black. That was the original colour. But even look at all these edges, man. Look at this. Fair play to these guys for doing this to his car. Like, I'm seriously impressed with that paint job. So what we'll do is start the engine. It has got a full Armatrix exhaust system, but I'm pretty sure Ricky replaced the back box to the standard back box because he wanted to take it on track, and obviously sound levels and stuff, you're restricted with noise. So standard back box, but it does still sound amazing. And we've got LLF decaled calipers there as well, just to add to the sort of the overall package of the car. So we'll jump in, press the start button. I'll do the code on the steering wheel because it has also got, that's my Justin Timberlake CD on there. It has also got, it's not really, I was joking guys, yeah, a ghost alarm with a code on the steering wheel. I'll block this bit out and then we'll start the engine. That's it, that's the green light. There we go. It is warm because I've been out for a little cruise in it this morning. I say cruise, it wasn't really a cruise, it was more of a tear up, but you get the idea. Sounds quite subtle, but under throttle, I won't give it too much. Sounds quite calm right now, but when you're driving, it sounds unbelievable. So what we'll do now is usual platform. We've been for a little walk around the outside. I've showed you under the bonnet. We'll jump in it now and go for a little drive. You know, I forgot to mention it's got all the carbon on it as well. I think it's a CS M3 or M4 CS carbon pack, so yeah, it looks nice as well. There was a time where with the carbon pack on the stock wheels with the stock suspension in black paint, I didn't love the look of it at that point. So all these extra bits that he's got done to it, I just think it's really finished the car off. So yeah, I was just walking around it outside there, just looking at it thinking, that is a seriously good looking car. I wish my M6 had these seat belts, by the way. I think only the competition pack M3 and M4s have got this M coloured stitching through the belt. Love that. And these seats, proper, I wouldn't say, they'd be comfortable if my legs were like, I don't know, a little bit shorter. I'm a bit cramped. There's not much adjustment here, but they hold you really well. So, all right for a couple of days of my life. I'm not going to complain too much about that, but they do look bloody amazing, don't they? How good do them seats look? And even the back headrests have been done with the LLF logo as well, so yeah, impressive. So I think the thing I'd be most curious about, well, the thing that I was most curious about, which probably you lot are going to be as well, is how does it compare to my M6? Because my M6 is similar power, around 700 brake horsepower. It's obviously an M car as well. I'm not sure on the weight differences, maybe a couple of 100 kilos. The M6 is a heavier car for sure, but when I got in it, I was thinking, I wonder what this is like in comparison. So I can assure you that it is an extremely quick car. I've done a bit of driving in it already, and I'm seriously impressed with it. So let's get the aircon on because it is like proper hot today. Cal's got his legs out and everything. Oh, the ghost alarm. Ghost alarm is really clever because I opened the door and then got back in. It's like an anti-hijack system. But yeah, it's all right now. You've got to just code it in as you drive off. It takes a bit of getting used to. So, obviously very similar setup to my M6 as far as like the cockpit's concerned. Not the cockpit actually, because the M6 has got a nicer cockpit, but the sort of the driving position and stuff does feel very similar in here. Ultimately it is an M car, I suppose. So straight away you can probably tell by the sound of the exhaust. It sounds lovely. It is proper quick. So we are running METH as well. So it's METH under the boot floor mat, and it's all very nicely done. Pure Turbos in Belgium, like I said, they've done a brilliant job. And I did drive this car about 6 months ago on the day that Ricky broke my RS6. A lot of you remember that. And at that point in time, it wasn't apparently, there was an issue with the map or something, so I didn't get the full sort of feeling of how it delivers power. And I had Ricky in the passenger seat. Sometimes, I don't know if any of you lot sort of relate to this, but when I've got a passenger, or when I am a passenger, I just don't enjoy the experience so much. I like to be in the driver's seat on my own, left alone, and get a good feeling through a car myself. Throttle response is very sharp. I've got it in Sport Plus at the minute. It's probably a bit too sharp for my liking. It's a bit like quite fiery. Sounds unbelievable. I've been so keen to get in the driver's seat in this car, and like I said, Ricky announced he's doing his competition. I knew that he was doing it he mentioned it a couple of months back. How I'm going to do a competition on my car. £25 a ticket, by the way. I'll put a link to the website if you want to buy yourself a ticket. Treat yourself, you never know, you could be the person that will win this car. Really swore. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the competition ends tomorrow, so if you're watching this the day after this video's gone live, you would have missed your chance to win it anyway. So yeah, you can see, by the way, as I'm sort of accelerating, it's a bloody handful to drive this car. It is under load, the way it delivers the power. It back end was a bit. It's just. Very laggy. Let me do that window up, because that's going to drive you lot mental. It's very, very laggy. The power was all at the top end of the rev range. Again, if you've seen Ricky's videos, you would have known that. My M6 is different. It's complete opposite. There's a lot of low end power, which makes it a bit more of a handful to drive. I don't know if it does make it more of a handful to drive. Just that it would take a bit of getting used to for me to drive this car, because I'm so used to the power being low end. But when these turbos really start winding up later on in the rev range, but like when I say later on, I don't mean like 6,000 revs, I mean like 3,500, 4,000 revs. Yeah, it really opens up and it's quick. Let's just put it that way. It's bloody quick. Currently got a Nissan, is that a Qashqai? I don't know what it is. I should know because I sell cars for a living. Never had one of them in stock, but it's driving below the speed limit, enjoying the lovely weather, probably with his sunroof open and just chilling out, which isn't ideal because I'm in a 700 brake horsepower BMW M4 and I want to show my followers how this thing drives. I think what we'll do is we'll skip to a nicer section of the road where we don't have a slow Nissan in front of us, yeah? Loads of crackles when you let off. What is funny about both this car and the M6 is they've got an old school feeling about it. I don't know if it's just because you can hear the turbos really sort of winding up and making a few hisses and stuff. It just feels a bit erratic and old school, maybe because it is just so powerful. You've got to really be mindful of them rear wheels because it does feel a lot lighter than my car. As soon as I got in it this morning, I was like, straight away you just feel that it feels a lot more nimble. The front end feels a bit lighter and it feels a lot smaller. Obviously it is a smaller car anyway, but that is the first thing you notice. And when you think that it's got a similar level of power, it's yeah. See, yeah, it's proper quick, man. I'm sure that like it's sometimes annoying when you're driving a quick car on cam when you can't quite deliver the experience through the camera, but I'm sure you're getting a good feel or a good idea or a good vision for how crazy this car is. Yeah, it feels so much lighter on the rear end. Like, it does put the power down really well, but I don't know if it's the the stance of the M6 or the weight of the M6, it just feels a lot more planted, I would say. If I was to give my thoughts on how it delivers power, but it does definitely keep you on your toes, which I love. I love that sort of that fear and that excitement when you jump into a car and it's scary, and that's exactly what this car is. The sound of it, the look of it, the way it performs, the way it drives, the way just everything about it it's an absolute savage car, man. And one thing I've always wanted in my life is an F80 M3. I've bought and sold them over the years, but you hear the hissing of the turbo there, did you hear that? Yeah, I have bought and sold them over the years, never actually kept one as my own car, always had the bug to buy one, but I just always thought it'd be a bit boring for me to do it on YouTube after, especially Ricky and a few other YouTubers have had them, and I just thought, I just can't buy one for that reason. But I do really, really like this whole setup. They serve a great purpose. Windows open. They serve a great purpose, and and they're tunable. I've just got so much going for them. So it might happen one day. One car I really, really like is a BMW M3 CS. I like it in that, is it Interlagos blue? Is that the colour that it is? Not the satin colour, the glossy colour. I love that car. Beautiful looking thing, and it's quite a special thing as well. But yeah, I'm glad that I finally managed to get this car on my channel. It is absolutely savage. I don't want to drive it like a bloody idiot. One, because I'll probably end up crashing it and that would be very annoying, but two, because well, it's not my car and someone else is going to win it in a competition soon, so I don't want to be the person to stick a pin in that balloon, alright? So yeah, I'm going to end this video here. Like I said, if you do want to enter the competition, I'll put a link in the description below. I'll put a link to Ricky's channel as well. Like I say, he's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine. He's got a great channel, and yeah, just rate him a lot. So check out his channel, and yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for watching. Hit like if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to my channel. I upload a video every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 o'clock. Great reason for you to subscribe, right? And give me a follow on Instagram as well, at Calvin's Car Diary. And I'll see you in my next video. All right, bye. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, VRS are finally back open, which means we can finally tune the 330D.